Hi students, let's look at this question which is on our formula. Let's say we're going to do this proficiently. So the first part is that we're told that DFGE is a rectangle and triangle ABC is isosceles triangle. AB is 5 and AC is 5. So I'm just going to label this as 5 and this is 5. Alright. Then after which we have ADE, AEC are straight lines, okay? DE is parallel to BC and AB is 4 of AD. So AB is 4. So AD here would be, you just substitute this as 5 because the total is 5, right? So AD is actually 5 over 4. Okay. So this will be isosceles as well. So this is 5 over 4 as well. Okay. So now angle ABC is theta. Then show that the parameter P is P. Parameter P of rectangle DFGE is given by this. Okay, great. So I think what we could do is we don't really need to show, okay, AD is an isosceles triangle. I don't think we need to prove that, but if you need it, then you just prove it. But I'm not going to prove it. Okay, I'm just going to say that triangle ADE is an isosceles triangle. Okay, then what we need to do is actually just, we know that AD is 5 over 4, so AD is equals to 1/4 of BC, which is actually 5 over 4 meters. Okay, is that? Then what we need to find is the parameter DFG. Okay, great. So this case here, this is a corresponding angle because it's parallel. So this is also theta. Angle ADE is also theta. Corresponding angles DE parallel to BC. Okay, that's it. So essentially what we need to find is the length here. We need to times 2, right? We need to find the height. So the height is not an issue, I feel. We find DE, half of DE would be, this is DE over 2, right? We just use 5 over 4 cosine theta, right? So there you go. This midpoint here. So this would be AD. I'm not sure. Okay, we just write this as maybe I write this as X. Okay. So or just let X be DE over 2. Let DE over 2. So hence is it cosine? Cosine theta is X over 5 over 4. So cosine theta is equal to X over 5 over 4. The hypotenuse. Okay, the hypotenuse 5 over 4. Then you get X here. So X is equals to 5 over 4 cosine theta. Then we know DE is actually 5 over 4 cosine theta. Then DE is actually just 5 over 2 cosine theta. Got it. DE is 5 over 2 cosine theta now. So we know that this length here, 5 over 2 cosine theta. The height here, what you're going to do is just use Stochastic as well, Trigo ratio, DF. Alright. So here we're going to use this length will then be 5 minus BD will be 5 minus 5 over 4, right? Which is 15 over 4. Just write it down. BD is equals to okay, so essentially by using Trigo ratio, we know that sine theta is equals to opposite, which is DF, over 15 over 4. Okay, that's it. So we have 15 over 4 sine theta, so DF. Okay, the parameter will just take, so parameter P will just be 2DE plus 2DF. DE plus D 2DF here. 2D 2DF. That's it. So we're just gonna sum this up. This is 2 F over 2 cosine theta plus 215 over 4 sine theta. We'll see whether that's the answer. Yeah, looks correct. Multiply by 2. Okay, great. I'm gonna just did it because I need to take the 5 over 2 out. So this will be 2 cosine theta, 3 sine theta. Is it 5 over 2? Yeah, there you go. So for part 2 is the R formula. Now, just take note, if this is you're given cosine, just make sure the cosine is in front, right? So we know that you could just use the formula if you want to, or not, you could just derive it if you want to. But I think most of us would prefer using formula, right? Okay, so 5 over 2 R cosine theta minus alpha. Now this is important. The 5 over 2, the what do you call it? The R formula actually refers to this inner part, not the 5 over 2, okay? So just take note of that. So R will just be 2 square plus 3 square. There will be 9 plus 4, which is 13. Then tangent alpha will just be 3 over 2. Alpha is tangent inverse 3 over 2. And this is in degrees. They want it in degrees. So just key in calculator. It will be 56. 56.309, 56.3 dB. Okay, so this case here, hence parameter will just be 5 over 2 root 3 root 13 cosine theta minus 56.3 degrees. Alright, so we're told to write the largest possible value of P. So largest possible value of P occurs at cosine theta minus 5630 equals to 1. Okay, so that will be equals to this will equals to 5 over root 13 over 2 meters. That's it. That is part B. Let's look at part C. Find which value of theta when P is equals to 6. So P equals to 6. I think that's okay. P equals to 6. 6 is equals to 5 over 2 root 13 cosine theta minus 56.3 degrees. Then I'm just gonna multiply and divide. It'll be 12 over 5 root 13 equals to cosine theta minus 56.3 degrees. So theta minus 56.3 degrees will just be cosine inverse. So maybe I just write now basic angle is cosine inverse 12 over 5 13. That will be 48.2685 degrees. Take note of the range. So we are given that theta is 0 to 90, right? There you go. 0 theta is 0 to 90. Acute. So minus of 56.3 degrees. Just need to find the angle which satisfies within this range here. It's 33.7 degrees. Okay. Take note that theta minus 56.3 degrees. Cosine we have got quadrant 1 and quadrant 4, right? So it's 360 minus 4, 8.2. 311.7315. Okay. This is definitely out of range. So I think this we could just minus off 360. And will we get the range? Yep, we get to negative 48.2685 degrees. So we can accept this because it's within the range here. Can't accept this, can't accept this. So this case here is theta equals to 56.3 degrees equals to negative 48.2685 degrees plus 56.3, that will be 8.03. So theta is 8.03 degrees on dp. Okay, so that's how I do this question here proficiently. If you have any questions at all, please let us know and I'll see you in the next question.